was like, shut up about this salon. We do not care. And that's all you could sit there and get deep with him on is the emotion behind the employee that left you. Oh my goodness, go away. Go away, Gina. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Goodbye. Like, to our channel. It's Relax, Relate,
Debrief.
Thank you so much for tuning into yet another episode of this podcast. If you know how we start off, if you are not subscribed, please be sure that you are subscribed. You can listen to Relax, Relate, Debrief on several platforms: Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts. We're here on YouTube. Just make sure that you're subscribed. Be sure that you comment, interact with us. We're trying to take this channel up, and we need your support to do so. So make sure that after you subscribe, you also share. We want to thank everyone in advance for your continued support. We greatly appreciate it. So please don't ever think that we take that lightly. We don't. As you know, with this channel, we have, just so you guys know, we have a special Mother's Day episode that we have coming up for you guys. So be on the lookout for that. It was really fun, so I think that you guys are going to enjoy it. Now we've been reviewing Married at First Sight, and on this channel, I'm your younger sister, Jackie.
And I'm your older sister, Nikki.
And we're just two real-life sisters that just give our opinion on some things reality television, some things reality life.
Okay.
So, with reviewing Married at First Sight, at this point, we're ready for it to be over.
Yes.
So we are being committed, but if it could end, we wouldn't be upset.
Greatly appreciate it.
I got today. So right now we are on episode 17 this week, I believe. So we'll get into our review of the episode. If you realize that it's actually episode 18 or episode 16, you know what we're talking about. But we are reviewing, oh Lord, these couples. Well, let's start with Shaquille and Kirsten. We're going to start with them.
You want me to start?
Yeah, why are you exhausted? You just...
Song comes to mind when I think about them. Over and over and over. They keep getting on my nerves.
What?
Every week. It's just, why are y'all still fighting about the same stuff?
Wait a minute. Why was that the song?
Because I'm over it. Just over and over and over. I mean, he keeps on blessing me. We want to get to that part, but they haven't got past the over part. You can't get to the blessing because you ain't past the over part.
Oh my God, today. Okay.
It was Jasmine the other week, overboard with the response. It's couples retreat. Over. I'm over them. I'm over like thinking that, okay, they finally found their groove. They're communicating. Only for every time you turn around, when you talk to them separately, it's he doesn't communicate. She's not meeting my needs. When she didn't come to, if you talk about Michigan or wherever he went and she didn't come up, Memphis, I don't care where it was. It should not still be in your mouth. Get it out. Throw it out. If you're saying you're over it, you talked about it, you had a discussion about it, like, why are you even still bringing it up? This just burns my soul that he does that. Like, stop talking about that and not feeling supported. It's just the same stuff every week. I'm sick of supporting you. That's what I would say. Like, I don't know you. She doesn't have, like we said before, she don't have to be at every event. And, now, I mean, you keep saying like she doesn't, you don't feel like she, is really like understanding all of your needs as well. And, now I'm trying to see who was exaggerating, because he was saying that he don't want to be sitting up all night talking to her about her feelings. And he's talking, I got to get up at 6 o'clock. Well, all right, calm down. Then she was like, that only happened like twice. Mm-hmm. So I don't know who's saying what, but at this point, we're at the end of the road. Another song. Although we've come to the end of the road,
still I
some of
can't.
y'all gonna have to let go.
Wait, who's doing background though? Because I thought I was leading.
No, it's a solo. I didn't even ask you to join in. It was a solo.
Like I was gonna do my one year.
You be in church and you be trying to sing your solo. Does everybody else be joining? It's like, no, they call me for a solo.
Okay, and then sometimes y'all get up there singing solos and be needing us for the background vocals. But go ahead. Be great, trying to catch your breath doing all parts.
Anyway, he needs to go. They need to go ahead, just separate. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the time for you guys. It's not going to work. He is still yet to meet your family. He don't know nothing about your mother, your father, anybody that's a part of your family. He's he's very particular person, and they're just like the needs that they both have just are not aligning with one another. And so for that reason, I'm out.
You're out.
Mm-hmm. And so should they be.
Let me say something about all of these couples as a disclaimer. I don't have much to say about none of them. Because enough. Shaquille and Kirsten, they are stuck on, we have communication issues. We can't quite seem to get on the same page. That's what they're stuck on. And then I don't know how we're going to move past this point after 8 weeks. If you have 2 full months of just not being able to communicate, and here's the issue that I'm having. I don't know if this is production driven, because when I say that these people say the same thing every week, the same, within the hour and a half episode, they're saying the same thing at least 20 times. Jasmine and Era said the same thing every time it was time for a group discussion. So I am getting confused as to if maybe they're telling them, hey, this is your issue and you need to stick to this issue. Because it don't make no sense. Right, because it's not making sense. And they're literally not talking about anything else. It's just we have communication issues. Shaq doesn't want to be up till 2:00 in the morning knowing that he has to get up at 6. And Kirsten's trying to explain, we're in this thing where I need to get to know you. Which, Kirsten, we get, but you can't know me up till 2:00 in the morning. Okay, but Shaq also, too, you can't be coming home at 11, always burnt out. There's no time. So figure out the time, or else it is going to result in we're not going to be together, because we never had the time to actually communicate and get to know each other. They have the same, that's their issue. Communication. And I just find trying to find the words. I'm finding it.
Watch out now. Find it.
No, you don't know the TikTok?
No.
Be nice. I am.
Yeah. I'm finding it. Go ahead.
I'm finding it. I'm finding it of what I'm trying to say about Shaq. That's how
Miss Fields.
You are nasty. I know that Shaq has some stuff, and people come with baggage and things like that, and I know that Shaq is coming with that, but I just need Shaq to understand that he is a little bit on the Nicole side, is what I'll say. He's just a little Nicole, and I can't. I'm trying to figure out what Kirsten can do that will actually satisfy him. And since I don't know, I'm out.
As well. Right.
So I'm over them. Moving on. Next couple.
Move it along.
Move it along. Shaq, you gotta do something about that. Nicole and Chris. I meant to save them for last, but let's leave them last, because I'm gonna say what I want to say about Nicole.
Okay.
So nobody's gonna stop me. Let's move on then to Clint and Gina.
Done.
Why are you
done? I'm done.
Oh, you're done.
Yeah, we knew that. I mean, why y'all? Like I said, she's saying that she didn't come here for friends at first sight. She is saying that Clint checked out on her. He's not attracted to her. So it's mutual. So she thought she was holding the ball on that. I mean, and Clint was like, "Come to find out, I don't want you, nigga."
She
And so
not hold on. Not she thought she was holding the ball on
she
that.
thought she was holding the ball in that, like, it's. But Clint's like, "I'm not giving you no life either." The thing about Clint is, like, again, he's trying. So apparently, so I watched a little bit of after show, and
Oh, I missed that.
Eris was saying that Clint is like a good dude, like he always be cooking, and there's times where he says he's cooking, and Gina would come home with food, with takeout. Now, Keisha Knight tried to play him and say, "I brought you some seasonings," because when they asked you what you was cooking with, you said salt and pepper.
Is she playing him though,
So
or
I don't know if that's part of the reason. I mean,
did she bring the food home? No.
that she's bringing the food home, right? Like I don't know. Like I think she's just being extra. Again with we don't care about your employees. Like you don't get emotional. You get emotional about somebody leaving, but no other time has this man seen you emotional. And like it feels like Clint's like a therapist.
Mm.
It's someone she can come in and talk to and lay her burdens down. And he gives advice and he talks and talks and talks, and they're going about their business. It's not a marriage. It's not been a marriage from the beginning, and it won't be a marriage. And I'm tired of them saying they could see. You cannot see anything. And when y'all please sit before them experts, just say it's a no. Do not sit up here and lie to nobody. Because we're over it.
I'm pretty sure Clint and Gina have enough sense to say no, because they don't have anything in any shape or form that you could identify or that you could classify as a relationship. Gina's sitting there, like, they celebrated like Clint's birthday. They're on this couples retreat and
yes,
celebrated Clint's birthday, and he was having a good time. They were in the hot tub. Clint is always interested in what everybody else is doing in their bedroom, probably because he's so upset that nothing's going on in his. But it'd be like, all right, Clint, like just you almost there. You almost had a couple of weeks
right.
and then back in the streets, my boy. Like
pipe down.
Go ahead. Like, and Gina always just looks like ridiculously uncomfortable. It's just like y'all are just not nothing. And they're friends. She came to him crying because one of her employees quit, and she felt like she put so much into this employee, and Clint was going along with her, like, yeah,
right. Stop, Clint.
So much, and she was happy for that support, but it was just so, and I don't know, and I think the reason why that gets on my nerves is because I understand what she's saying, but I don't want to hear. If Gina could go the rest of this time not talking about that salon, I would so appreciate it. So the fact that she was talking about this, I just was tuning out because I was like, shut up about this salon. We do not care. And that's all you could sit there and get deep with him on is the emotion behind the employee that left you. Oh my goodness, go away. Go away, Gina. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Like, and I mean, when I tell you she was on that screen for a solid 2 minutes and 32 seconds talking about this. It was so long. I was like, girl, nobody cared. When she could have been using that time to talk to him about her feelings, about why things like this cause her to feel the way that she feels, how she doesn't want this to translate into her marriage, like something.
Right.
But it was all about her and all about that salon. None of it had nothing to do with Clint. She just wanted Clint to sit there and agree with her, like her girls would have done if she was home. Like, oh no, she didn't quit on you. Okay, Clint is not your girlfriend. One of your homegirls. And that's basically how she went to him, as if he was one of the homegirls. It was at that moment he knew.
It was over and over and over.
So they continue to keep each other in the homeboy space, and it's awkward. The funny thing was they come to this what is it? Oh my goodness, what did we just say? That they're at a retreat, this couples retreat or whatever. And they have to sleep in the same bedroom. Mm-hmm. And they have not been sleeping in the same bedroom since this experiment. They've been sleeping in the same apartment, but they got 2 bedrooms. And Gina goes in hers, Clint goes in his. So they had to sleep in the same bed. It was the most awkward thing. Are you okay? I'm okay. Yeah, I like this. It's fine. Y'all go to sleep. Go, just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. It was just absolutely awkward. It was, I don't know what was, I was like, everything about them is awkward. And it's because they're just homeboy, homegirl. Like, just whatever. And even so, like, that's your homegirl. Just go to sleep.
Right. Like, it's none, y'all not doing nothing?
Yeah, yeah. I actually feel okay. Do you feel okay?
Wait, and I forgot to add that, she had the nerve to tell the other, like, two other people she was talking to, of the couples, that because Clint got drunk on his birthday, that she was not attracted to his behavior afterwards. That didn't make her attracted to him. You haven't been attracted to him, so stop it. It wouldn't matter if he was sober or drunk. You still don't like him.
And you know why Clint got drunk like that? Because at the end of the night, he had to go back to his bed and have a conversation about which way to lay in his bed with his wife. So yes, he was drunk. She gets nerves.
Yeah.
Stupid. That stuff is stupid. The not she's stupid, just the stuff that's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, that's being done.
Think about it. That's what I mean. I'm not saying she's stupid at all. But the stuff that's coming out of your mouth, come on. That's not what has you unattracted. You've been coming home and going into a whole separate bedroom every night. The man cooking you food and you bringing in other food. And because he decided to get drunk, because let me tell you something, Clint ain't used to spending his birthday and not having a birthday. Because if y'all remember from the beginning,
65 bodies
in these streets. So this is his first birthday where he was like, I got to get out of this experiment. Clint and Gina, you're done. You've been done, and Gina, you still get on everybody's nerves about this daggone salon.
Bio.
Don't care if there's no other depth to you. We don't care. We're not available. Pick somebody else. What a boring casting decision by Married at First Sight.
Mm-hmm.
Whole season. Jasmine and Eris, next couple.
Oh, you quickly dismissed them.
Yeah. Jasmine and Eris. I can go first on Jasmine and Eris.
Yes, go ahead. Today has trained me.
And that's what's starting to happen. This is why this is enough of this, because now you're draining me. Several things about Eris. Eris, pick a lane. Pick a lane and stay in it. Because I want you to understand something. When you don't pick a lane and you driving in the middle of the lane and you over here and over there and over there, you're bound to crash. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Get in your lane and stay in it.
Right.
I appreciated what he said to Jasmine. But Eris knows what to say, Jasmine. What I want you to pay attention to is his actions. Because the boy know what to say. He been knowing what to say from the beginning. And I've already said this several times. Eris is not a jerk. He's not mean. He's not malicious. But he has his ways where he comes off as something that maybe he doesn't want to come off as, but he's coming off as that because he needs to grow up.
Right.
And next week, they go to a medium or something who says that he has a lot of growing up to do. I said, now this will be getting me. Did you see that he was 39? Some of this stuff should have already been grewed up.
Not grewed up. Grew up.
Grewed up. So he was telling her very nice things that he appreciated, like how she has stood through what has not been an easy experiment for her, and he understands that he has not made it easy. But she has never walked away. She's always held herself well, and this is that and the other. He had really, really, really nice things to say to her. They were all outside eating dinner. And he just had a lot of nice things to say about Jasmine. Of course, when Jasmine heard that, she started crying. Not sad tears. She was just crying, tears of, I think it just felt good to hear him actually say something nice, since he doesn't really say, if he's not saying something ignorant, he's not saying anything at all. So it was nice for him to say something nice. And I think that she just appreciated that in that moment. But then I think they just took it too far. Nicole, of course. That was really nice what he said. You could see the progression. No, this is the one and only time that Eris has said that. So again, let's see what his actions say after that. Eris, right after he said that, had to leave because he had a work event. And so he had to leave for the night, and he came back the next day. And he left for the night, and he was home for a day by himself. And he did say that he missed the dog and it was quiet and this is that and the other. But he's just used to the experiment. In my opinion, He's just
Mm-hmm.
used to the experiment and what's been going on in the experiment. When
Agreed.
it's over, he's not going to care whether or not you're there, Jasmine, or the dog. And then he was like, he was missing the hair on the floor. I thought he was talking about the dog's hair. He was talking about her wig. Wow. I said, what? I thought he was talking about the dog's hair. He was like, I missed the hair on the floor. She was like, what? My wig? And so she was like, oh, so you missed me? Because he and I understand that everybody is not the best at communicating, but he couldn't even say like, I actually missed you. You know, I missed
Right.
you. I missed, being around you. I missed being around the dog. He had to go in a roundabout saying it. So when she was like, oh, you actually missed me, he was like, I missed like all of it. I missed like all of it. That's what I'm saying, Eris.
Right.
Well, no, you're still not there, because it would have been nice for you to be like, yeah, I did miss you. I am realizing that I do connect with you.
Right.
Like that would have been nice to say. Instead, he was like, it was like all of it. It was like the whole scenario to think, this is what I'm talking about. And this is why I don't trust anything Aris. But Jasmine appreciated it. And I felt like Jasmine turned in a way where she was like, she became much more peppy and maybe like perked up after he said those words. Maybe I'm wrong, but I felt like she was a little more like happy, talking positive. She was having a good time at the retreat. She was making herself have a good time at the retreat. And we talked about this last night at karaoke. Eris is just messing up a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
End of story. And a lot of people, men and women, it is baffling to me that y'all just mess up a good thing. And that's what Eris is doing. Your thoughts?
I agree. I think that the reason why she kind of she first of all she said that wasn't the first time he said something like that to her.
Oh, she said that?
She said that he had said it previously, but I guess for him to do it publicly, amongst the group, because oftentimes amongst the group he's not speaking in a positive manner in regards to the relationship, in regards to her, and so it just makes you, after a while, you get tired of hearing somebody talking about their, how they feel, and it's not really a positive thing. And I think what, just made it a little bit emotional was like, oh, well, you really might mean it because you actually said it, in front of
I didn't
everybody.
hear her say that part, that he said
Yeah.
this again.
Mhm.
Oh.
So I feel like, that, made her be like, okay, a little bit more relaxed. I still feel like she's still in the zone of like, he don't want me. I don't want him. But like you said, like she was like, "Oh, I wish he was here so he could see me," because they did this tree climbing thing where they climbed this tree, which I would never do. I was with Clint. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this one out. First of all, the men that showed them what to do basically ran up the tree.
Orangutans.
They was like, click, 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 click. I was like, oh
Very
god.
much orangutan energy.
It was like a lumberjack place they went to, and it was like an activity that they did.
Was a
And
tree stump? How high was that tree stump?
to the
High
heavens.
that you had to use a rope
Did you
and
hear me?
cleats to go like this to go
Did you hear
up.
what I said?
What?
You said how high would it?
How
Because
high?
I said to the heavens.
Shut up. Not they climbed the tree to the heavens.
They did.
Like
It
the
was like
angels up and down the
Jacob's
ladder.
ladder. I mean, I don't know. Like I was like, where are y'all going with this?
So come to find out, when the ladder, the angels going up and down trees like that. Read your Bible.
Read your word.
Oh,
So
to the heavens.
she happened to be the fastest one out of the group, actually.
She went the furthest, right?
Yeah, she went the furthest. She was trying to get to the blue. She had surpassed the white. So she had done a great, like, she has a nice little body. So she's very athletic. And then, Jasmine was like, yeah, he saw, like, she looked good in the harness. That was an after show. He was saying that. And so, and she was making things like, I wish he was here. He could see me and my booty look good and all. So, she wants that validation from him, or she wants that affirmation from him that she is, he is becoming attracted to her. He's saying he's becoming attracted to her. I'm not sure how much or where he's really, the attraction is coming in. Again, we are at 7 days away from decision day. and excuse me, and since he's been so adamant up until this point, I don't see them saying yes on decision day. It's nice that they're turning a
You
it's a
don't see either
turning
one of them, or
positive.
you don't see him saying yes, or you don't see either one of them saying yes?
I will hope Jasmine would have more confidence in herself to say, I'm not gonna
Right.
put myself through this. So I don't see either one of them saying yes. Of course we can be shocked by what their decisions are. But I thought it was neat that they had voted him, which I don't know why, because that blew his head up even more. They had voted him. The men had did a little like pageant competition where they got dressed up and they modeled, and
Crown
then
King or something.
he got crowned king out of everybody,
King.
which was a hot mess. And hey, they gave him a little crown, and he ran. Talking about he got to go do pageants now, and he got to. I'm like, Lord have mercy, get that off of. He was the last person that needed that.
He was.
But so I think they probably had the most fun out of everybody that was there, because they weren't really like focusing on, well, we're not getting along, we're not doing this. Yeah. They're what they did, the tubing for their on the other
No, they did
episode.
the hard stuff. Tubin was Kirsten and Shaq, because then they walked away and talked about how they can't communicate.
Oh, right, and then they couldn't talk.
Eris and Jasmine do. It was
What
something.
do?
It was something hard.
What was y'all doing?
Clint and Gina rode that like thing through the woods, which I said I would have done.
Right.
Um
It's been too long since we've seen that episode. I for sure thought they was tubing.
They did rock climbing.
Okay, which would give the reason why she was climbing up that tree like that. So she was able to. She's like very athletic and like able to do those type of things. So, that was her thing. But all in all, I feel like out of the whole from this week and last week that they probably had, which is interesting, but like probably seemed the most like comfortable and the most like fun. Like we're just here to have a nice time, and they really genuinely just had a nice time.
You would think that would open his nostrils up further than what they already are open.
Not open his nostrils. So
he can smell what the Rock. Well, not the Rock. Whatever. Jasmine and Eris are no, and that's once again due to you, Eris.
Yeah, because she was willing to have a relationship and be.
And Jasmine's, I don't think that Jasmine is perfect, and we have told Jasmine when she has been like annoying and like did too much. You need to be communicating better. But Jasmine is she's a good catch. Eris, we were to stand 10 toes down on. You're just messing up.
Eris is
short self.
You heard me? Eris is fumbled the bag.
Wait, say it again.
Never mind. Because you always be missing line. I can't.
You said all I heard was Eris is fumbling the bag.
No, I said Eris and I made a noise as I'm fumbling.
Oh no, you should have did a better like
my fumble was on point. I was like, Eris
fumble. I saw you were getting up. I do that every 5 seconds, sliding out this bag on stool.
Oh God, I
saw you were doing the same thing.
No, I'm not sliding out my chair.
I was like, girl, you slide too?
No.
And you said, so go ahead, do your fumble again. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I want to coach you through it, because that's not a good fumble that you're doing.
That was a good fumble.
Maybe get like an object in your hand. There you.
I'm done.
Okay, but that was a good, better fumble.
Next couple.
Last couple. You go first. It's Nicole and Chris.
No comment. I don't know why you're laughing.
I can't laugh and swallow. Why would you do that? I just got nervous. I thought people was going to see me choke.
I plead the fifth.
The other day, I had made bacon, and I opened up the cabinet to get something, and just a little small piece of bacon went down the wrong pipe. I ain't never called on Jesus so hard. I mean, I was crying so hard from coughing to get that little piece of bacon. And when I tell you it was a bacon bit, but it was in the wrong pipe, I said, "Oh, I said, Jesus."
That's happened to me just breathing air. So
Okay, that's
I'm serious. It's just you taking the wrong breath. I don't know how it goes down the wrong pipe, but I'm almost like, Lord.
Nicole and Chris. Chris, I want to go ahead and let you know right now. Hold on. 4 words. It's time to go. I can count them out. Chris.
Agreed.
It's time to go. Look at your neighbor and say, Chris.
Chris.
It's time.
It's time
to go.
To go.
Nicole's absolutely crazy. She's got.
Come on, somebody bless her.
Right bless him right there. Nicole's absolutely crazy. She's got to go. I am done with you, Nicole. I told you on last week, the way that you sat here and bamboozled me and had me out here defending you, you have embarrassed me. Every week, you continue to embarrass me. I have never been more annoyed with a person on this show than I am annoyed with you. I don't understand how you have not become annoyed with yourself. You got on, perpetrated that you had done all this work and you've done all of this healing and you couldn't handle something as simple as a mini golf game. Go.
Oh my
go.
God.
Holy Spirit says, go. Go. Nicole sat up there. She was frustrated when they were on their way to the retreat because she wanted to talk about their living situation after decision day. And Chris was kind of just like, I don't know. He's kind of just winging it. Okay. You don't have to force him to talk about it right now. Another thing, you see how you really can't force Chris to do everything that you want, and because you think that you can, and the minute that you can't, you be acting like a little baby.
Yep.
Upset that they was the last ones to get there, so they had to get whatever room. The place was nice. Your room was nice. Chris put together some fake treasure hunt down there, and she was acting like she was so, oh, I'm sick of the other couples talking about Nicole and Chris being goals. Are y'all seeing the same footage that we're seeing?
No.
She's absolutely horrible. Okay? So please stop talking about goals. Chris is in hell. Whether he's telling you that
Chris
or not.
is like, help me.
He can't even, he's sitting up here blinking at y'all and y'all don't even see what's going on. I mean, put on a whole wig. He's in trouble. Chris is in trouble with that woman. There is no goals. She is no goals. The only goal that she needs to have is to say, why do I do this? Why am I self-sabotaging? Why am I annoying? Why am I pushing my husband away? Why do I think I can help everybody else, but I can't help myself? Why in the world do I have all of this advice and I can't take none of it for myself? Why am I so immature? Why am I so insecure? Nicole has work to do.
The whys.
And the lies that she told us in the beginning. Then she sat up there and played mini golf and told him, this is what happens when you marry a stranger. Really? We have to deal with which at your big age, with you acting like a toddler. That's what happens when you marry a stranger? Baby, you could go.
Exactly.
Nicole, the door.
The door.
I don't know if it's how they're editing you. Please redeem yourself. You need to say, I know how I look being edited, but that's not how I am. That you're just seeing a glimpse. Let us know something, because right now, this is the material that you are giving them, and this is what they are presenting to us. And we want to save Chris from all hurt, harm, and danger. I cannot stand Nicole. I think that she's phony. I'm tired of her having advice for everybody else. And then she sits up there and acts like that. And then she wants to explain to him, oh, Lord, at the end of the couples retreat, they had them sit around and answer questions. This is what I'm saying why production tells them to say the same thing. Every time all the couples came together, Jasmine and Aris, what do you need from Jasmine? What do you need from Aris? Aris, I just need Jasmine to make sure that she's speaking up and telling me what she needs. It's breakfast time. What do you need from Jasmine? What do you need from Aris? I just need Jasmine to speak up and make sure that she's letting me know what she needs. The boy goes home, comes back, they had dinner. What do you need from Jasmine? I need Jasmine to just speak up and let me know. I mean, is this separate wives? Are these robots? Are we watching robots? I mean, they're saying the same thing every single time. Jasmine, what do you need from Aris? What did she keep telling him she needed? What did she keep telling him she needed? It was the same thing.
Isn't it security?
Yes. Security.
Or emotional support or something like that.
Better support. Same thing that he has not been given since week 1.
Right.
Kirsten and Shaquille. We need to communicate. We need to communicate. We need to communicate. I need to communicate. Could you communicate? I need you to come to Memphis. Communicate. Bye. Shaquille done told us about Memphis 6 weeks in a row. You went to Memphis one time. How are we 6 over them? I'm over it. Nicole tells Chris, I need him to put. Oh, this is the last thing I'm gonna say about Nicole. 2 more things. Then she tells Chris, I need him to put himself first because he's always putting others first. And then Chris is like, well, that's just my nature. The next day you could tell that it bothered him. And he was like, well, that's, when we was answering the questions, you said you needed me to, put myself first. He was like, I do. But that's just my nature. Like, I like to, and she's like, no, I know. I just want you to do a better job at putting he's looking for a wife, not a mother. Go away. And then you're talking about, he's telling you what he believes that he does. And she's like, you don't have to invite me out with your friends. Y'all are newly married. He is trying to bring you into his world.
Right.
You will always be out with his friends. But for now, get your broad shoulders out there. My gosh.
Not get your broad shoulders.
I am so upset with her. I can't believe the hoodwink and bamboo, the bait and switch. Then she tells him a couple episodes, when you don't want to do something, let me know. And that's it. Didn't you tell him that?
Yep.
She was putting on them stupid mustaches.
It's so.
So then, what did she do?
Made him dress up like a dinosaur, looking like a fool. And he did not want to do it. He kept saying, I don't understand the point of this. And I wanted him to stand 10 toes down. I'm not putting on this dinosaur outfit. If you want to go up there like that, be my guest. They go running up them steps, coming up them steps. And he was just like.
It was plastic dinosaur outfits on top of that.
It's like, y'all are not at a kid's party. Why did you do that?
And he should have told her, I put the mustache on to pretend like we was French. You're taking it too far.
Right. He's
already indulged in, I'm not going to keep indulging in this mess. And she was like, well, it would be for me. I would want you to do this for me. Now, hold on. You told him when he said what he wanted to say, you would respect it. Why are you trying to, and Chris, you should not have caved into that. I don't care how much of a hissy fit she was going to have. Let her have it. Who's putting on costumes in the middle of this heat?
So a bear, they already had bear issues, so a bear can face one of them. Come on now.
And running down the steps, and like, it wasn't even fun.
It wasn't. Everybody was like, what are y'all doing?
Everybody was like, what are y'all doing?
And, but he did come up, as he came up them steps saying she wanted him to do this. It was all her, not me. I said, I wouldn't have did it.
How old is she?
36, I felt like they said.
Yeah,
she's in her 30s. Either way, you're too old to be acting like that. Like, you want to play these childish games, but then when we have real life conversations, you crying and talking about you all confused and don't know what to do. I don't get it. Actually, I do get it. You stuck in a child's way. In your childish ways. You're being a child. And you wanted to get into a marriage as a child when you need to be an adult. Grow up. Brew up. Raise up. Get up. All of the ups.
Not no comment coming up. Brew up. Raise up. Send the praise up. Get up. All the ups.
Because when I seen that, I was like, she irked my soul when she did that.
I know.
If that's something you want to do, go ahead. I'm not joining this crazy journey with you, jumping on your crazy train. No. Bye-bye.
Chris needs to run. What Nicole is displaying, and let me just let y'all know, the reason why she was upset at the mini golf thing is because she wasn't winning. Furthermore, she was acting like she didn't understand the concept of mini golf. I'm not going to say that everybody has
miniature golf.
Miniature golf. Maybe you haven't. But when I tell you that the concept, there's a reason why people take their children. Because that's how quickly you can get the concept. So for the amount of questions that she had, sis, as quickly as you can, put this ball into the hole.
That's it.
And it's not a long drive. This is not an 18-court golf course sitting somewhere in the south of Florida or in Australia. This is miniature golf, means it's within a contained space that they done bought to charge you to golf on some concrete. with fake grass that they put down. She couldn't get that. She couldn't win. And she was like, just let me be upset. Let me have a moment. Not for miniature golf. I won't. No, I will not.
No.
What I'm going to let you have. What I'm going to let you have. Because this is one of those moments. So for miniature golf, I will not be letting you have that. What I will be letting you have is divorce papers come the end of this 8 weeks.
I thought you were going to say a piece of my mind.
Chris obviously he ain't ready to handle that.
No.
Which is annoying because it's like, Chris, tell her something.
You can do it. I believe in you. It might be down on the inside, but you can bring it up and tell her. No.
And the one time that he tells her off, she ain't gonna be able to take it, but that's okay. She'll recover. Tell her off. Good.
Just ready to sign them papers. Just go ahead and sign them.
They gotta go. They were absolutely annoying.
They were absolutely annoying. The overall couples retreat was just like an average retreat.
Mm-hmm. Where were they at? Because there was this place that Steve Harvey mentioned
in Tennessee. I thought.
No, I know, but do you remember the name of the mountains?
It was somewhere in the mountains. They were.
Steve Harvey mentioned, and he said it's in Tennessee. He said you need to go there. He said it's as beautiful as being out of the country. It's the most beautiful sight that he's ever seen. And some of their sceneries and when they would be outside, I thought it was gorgeous. I love a good mountain trip.
When I saw the bears outside.
Well, you're not outside with them. Just lock your doors.
They was by the car.
That's what I'm saying. Lock your doors because bears do be opening up car doors.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, okay. Mm-hmm. But the house was beautiful that they stayed in.
Yeah.
Of course, their accommodations were very nice. Like you said, everybody had a nice room. Excuse me, what happened to my voice? But it's just like, is it over?
Yeah, we're tired of this show.
At this point, it just felt like this season has really
pulled. Snooze fest. Pulled
along. It didn't just go along. It's just we had to pull stuff. We had to pull to watch it. We got to pull. just everything just felt like a pull. Just pulling. This ain't no pork sandwich.
I can't. My eyes are enough. I can't.
Yeah, so we're wrapping up to the.
We're getting there at decision day.
Decision day.
We're getting there. Production
depends on what this upcoming episode is. You might not see us again until decision day because we tired of talking about the same stuff.
That's true. But we do have some ideas in the works. Y'all are viewing and not commenting. Why?
Hopefully you're watching to the end. I know some have been lengthy.
Watch. Let us know. You don't have to watch the show. That's okay. We're not even encouraging you to because we're sick of it. We're not out here advocating for it. We just was having fun talking about it.
Right.
It's the show that we watch. And we'll come in and we'll let you know how it ends up. Trust me, it's going to end up the way we say it's going to end up. Chris won't say yes, but we'll let you know when they get divorced. Let us know what topics you would like to see us discuss. Do you have any questions for us? Any particular opinions that we could just kiki about as we relax, relate, and debrief? We would love to know. We have some things on the works. We have some people that we want to bring on to talk with us that we like to just sit and kiki with. So we're going to be doing that. I let y'all know that it's a special Mother's Day episode coming out. So
we have a special guest
on Mother's Day. We're actually going to release that on Mother's Day, which is a Sunday release. Say Sunday.
Sunday.
We'll be documenting some stuff in about 2 weeks. We are headed to Greece, a cruise in Greece. So that is going to be exciting. But yes, just let us know because this Married at First Sight train is moving. Moving on the midnight train to Georgia.
Moving on the midnight train to Georgia. Choo-choo!
Somebody else that can review this show because we're not. That's what the train is doing. A lot of people do review the show, and we're not reviewing it to be deep. We're just reviewing it to let you know our personal opinion.
Right.
Sick of them. So Again, we'll be looking for that from y'all. Like we told you earlier in this episode, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Do it again. That was a good visual. About as good as your fumble. Come on.
Subscribe. Because I don't feel like you should talk about my fumble. Agreed.
One was. And that, sis, is how you fumble. That was funny. Subscribe. Also share. Also make sure that you are following us on the socials. Living, Learning, Lifestyle on TikTok, Living, Learning, Lifestyle on Instagram. In addition to doing this wonderful channel with my sister and discussing life events and hot topics, I have my own channel that is coming back this week. I have already started recording.
Woo!
And that is for fashion and beauty lifestyle.
And you can follow me on Instagram at NickyD81. Oh, and if you just want content of me just doing stuff, that's all it is.
Wait, did you go like this because that's where you're going to put your handle?
I'm going to attempt to put my hands on here.
Right.
Match it up.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Let me know what to do. Living, Learning, Lifestyle.
And hold it, and there you go.
Okay, so make sure that you're following us. Make sure that you're subscribed. We appreciate all of you so far. We do not take it for granted. Your support is appreciated. Thank you all for the love. And thank you for when we see, our friends and family in person, all of the kind words that you're giving us is letting us know that we will keep pushing. And this thing, get on the train now. Don't try to get on it late. Be one of our original members or one of our original crew of Relax, Relate to Breathe. We love y'all. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.